वेलकम बैक टू स्पोर्ट्स वन। आपने पहला सेगमेंट देखा वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया और पाकिस्तान के टेस्ट मैच के ऊपर था। अब बात करते हैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया टीम के जो मीडिया मैनेजर हैं ब्रायन मर्गट्रॉइड। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू वेलकम Brian. Thank you very much for joining in, and how are you doing, man?
I'm good. Salam alaikum, Asif, and same to all your viewers as well. I'm well, and yeah, really enjoying being in Pakistan. It's a place that I've visited many times over the last 26 years, if you can believe that.
I have to believe it.
It's a pleasure to be back again.
You are a multifaceted personality. First, you visited Pakistan in I think mid-90s as a journalist. Then you went to Dubai Sports City. Then you went to ECB. Then you are with Cricket Australia right now. Tell us about your first visit to Pakistan, or your early days memories in Pakistan. Then I'll come to this present trip also.
I've got some wonderful memories of all my trips to Pakistan. My first trip was during the World Cup of 1996 when I was working for the Reuters news agency. And the majority of the matches that I'd covered, all but one in fact, were here in Pakistan. And I've got some magnificent memories of those matches up in Peshawar. I remember playing tennis with the late Bob Willis, who was here as a commentator for TV. We played on a court which was made out of cow dung, so that was fantastic. Peshawar itself, so much passion with the fans up there. But then I remember as well, I covered England's match against Pakistan at the National Stadium in Karachi. And quite a few of your older viewers would remember that, because it was the last time I think that Javed Miandad played an international match in Karachi. And I remember the noise of the crowd was absolutely incredible. My seat in the press box was just out the front of the press viewing area. And I had a telephone on my desk, and the noise was so loud that I couldn't actually hear the telephone ringing. And even when I managed to answer the telephone, I couldn't hear the person on the other end of the phone. The noise was unbelievable. But then, of course, I was going to say, right, carry on, sorry.
Yeah, please carry on.
Well, I was going to say at the end of the tournament then, at the back end of the tournament in Pakistan, I had the good fortune to be up in Faisalabad for the quarter-final of that tournament, where I'm sure, again, your viewers might remember the fact that Sanath Jayasuriya scored an incredible 82 in just 44 balls to catapult Sri Lanka into the semi-final. And then, of course, they went on and won the tournament here as well. So great memories of my first trip to Pakistan, and
wonderful.
I've just enjoyed every single trip since.
Wonderful. It's been more than 2 decades now since Australia visited last time in 1998. Even I was not in the field of journalism, so you are my senior in that regard also. You came to Pakistan prior to the Australian team. Why it's so?
Well, the reason I came a week ahead of the Australian team was quite simply pandemic requirements. We're still in the midst of the COVID pandemic, of course. And I live in the UAE. I didn't come from Australia.
Okay.
So in order to ensure that I was COVID-free when the team arrived, I had to come a week early and quarantine. Also, I had to do some COVID testing as well whilst I was here. So it was just a precautionary measure. But of course, it meant I was on my own in my hotel room for a week. Not that I was idle, but yeah, I was here a week early. And well, it was time well spent, I guess, because it's meant that I've been able to join the tour on schedule.
On schedule. What was the talk about this tour in Australia, within the players, within the cricket board, within the Cricket Players Association? Were they on the same page as far as the tour goes?
Well, that's the good thing, actually, because the Australian Cricketers Association, their chief executive Todd Greenberg, and the Cricket Australia chief executive Nick Hockley, they've got a very good relationship. So the players and the board were singing from the same hymn sheet on that particular issue. For the players and for everybody, I suppose, involved with Cricket Australia, very much a voyage into the unknown, because it's been such a long time since Australia have toured here. Just to give you an indication, and your viewers an indication of how long it's been since Australia have been here, you know, that 1998 tour where Mark Taylor led the side in the Test series. Do you know Australia actually played their one-day internationals in that series in whites, and that's the last time that Australia played one-dayers in whites. So that just gives you an indication of how long ago it was. That,
it's too long, too long.
Yeah.
Although they had the World Cup in colour kits prior to that.
Yes.
In 1996, Australia persisted with the white colour. So how is the atmosphere there? How did you find the atmosphere? Has it changed? Has it changed pleasantly? What is the environment there?
Well, the environment's very good. There's a lot of excitement, actually, because as I mentioned, all the players haven't been here before, so they're just looking forward to getting out, and they've really enjoyed their practice at the Pindi Cricket Stadium. It's a fine venue now. You know, I remember coming to the stadium in, I think it was 2008, when I was working for the ICC, and if you remember, the Champions Trophy was due to be in Pakistan that year. It didn't actually take place in the end, and I came on a fact-finding visit, and the whole area of the ground, which is now dedicated to the media facility and the hospitality boxes down at that far end opposite the pavilion, that was just a hole in the ground. And also there were lots of holes on the ground as well, because the ground staff were busy putting in new drainage. So it really is a state-of-the-art facility now, and just seeing it as well over the last couple of days, I've been so impressed with the way that the PCB and the local authorities have looked after the venue. The last time I was here for a match was when Nazim Shah got a hat-trick, if you remember, in that Test match against Bangladesh just before the pandemic broke out. That was January 2020, and if you remember then, all the seats square of the wicket on either side of the wicket, there weren't any formal seats as such for the spectators. That's all changed now. The ground was looking absolutely magnificent, I must say, and just really looking forward to the tour going ahead. And also, not only for the tour, I'm also not only looking for the tour to go ahead well, but also hopefully this is going to be the start of something absolutely fantastic in terms of Pakistan cricket. Obviously, the PSL has happened, and that was terrific. Let's get more sides back here to Pakistan and really get things moving here. I mean, Ramiz Raja's done a great job as chairman of the PCB. Following on from Ihsan Mani, there's a real energy about the place at the moment. I love that about it. The PSL has been a fantastic success. I know Ramiz was talking about taking matches to Multan and next year. So really, that energy around cricket here is just tangible, and it's just exciting to be here at such a time.
Thank you so much, Brian, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in Karachi. Looking forward to welcoming you in Karachi. So, but till then, goodbye and take care of yourself, man. यहाँ पे लेते हैं एक छोटा सा ब्रेक के बाद वापस आके मज़ीद प्रोग्राम को आगे बढ़ाएंगे.